Here's a question that gets asked many times by entrepreneurs. When do I start to build a team? So this is going to be all about when to build a team, what to look at, and actually the process you can go through to start to find out where to begin as an entrepreneur on building your team. I'm Lucy, peak performance coach and speaker. This is also something that I've really looked at over time, and I just thought I don't know where to begin and where and when to start building. What is there a process? Does anybody teach you a process of how to look at this? And so that's why I feel that this is a really important video. If you are an entrepreneur who wants to start to build a team and you want to fast track your plan, because that's what it does when you start to have a team, and it doesn't need to be big. And it doesn't mean either that you need to be spending out lots of money all the time, because you can bring some people on just as a one-off or for a short project. And that's what I've been doing, is just bringing people in for a short project, and then that gets paid, but then I'm not employing them. I am paying for their service for a short amount of time. So that's something you might want to look at. But as an entrepreneur, we wear lots of different hats. So start by writing down all the different hats that you wear. So is that tech? Is that a VA? Is that being creative? Is it sales? Is it marketing? Is it copywriting? Is it website building? What are all the hats? Is it doing the accounts? Is it making the phone calls? Start to write a list of all the things. Now, once you've done that, reorder them. Reorder them with the things that only you can do. So if you're a speaker, you're the one that has to speak, right? If you're the front face of your business and you're teaching something, you're the one that needs to be out there doing the teaching. Everything else would then come underneath that. And the way to do this is to go, what is the hardest task, and put that at the top, like the most involved task. So maybe building a website would be up there, but doing some bit of admin work might be lower down. And so also to remember in this process is what you least like doing. What you spend the most time doing that you least like doing. Is it making social media posts? Is it editing videos? What is that thing? Is it doing your accounts? Do you need to get an accountant rather than doing your own? So whatever those things are, and you might have some of these things in place already, but if you want to be able to then to start to get some time back for yourself, looking at these sorts of things is really important. And once you have got that written down, perhaps you want to get a VA first. Perhaps that's the first thing you're going to do. And you're going to get a VA for maybe 10 hours a week. And you look at all of the things that your VA could do and take off your plate. But then you think, oh, blimey, I've got to now teach this new person my system, my way of doing things. So here's the thing. Have a booklet where you can write down the procedures that you go through as you are doing it yourself. So, for example, if you're setting up something like a funnel on your web page, and you know once it's all set up, for the next time you do that webinar, for the next time you do that masterclass or whatever it is, that presentation, you have to change dates and Zoom details and times and all of those things on all of the emails. And maybe you have to change the timer. So every little detail, so your standard operating procedure, your SOP, write it down in a book. So everything that has to be done, you can then, once you get a new VA or your very first VA, is you can say, here's my standard operating procedure. Easiest if you could do it on a document online. I like to start by writing it out in a book. That's just the way I am. But you might just go, I don't want to go through that process and then have to transfer it. I want to get clear on paper and then transfer it. And I find it just easier to do as I am working through the process. But you might just find it just as easy to set up some kind of document online that is then sitting there ready to just send to a VA, and then they know the procedure, and you can just walk them through it. Say, listen, if any of this doesn't make any sense, I can show you the process. You could even make a Loom video or some kind of video showing your new VA the process. So it doesn't have to be difficult, and it doesn't have to be that you're paying tons of people all the time. Even with somebody like a salesperson, if you've got sales to do and you don't like doing the sales calls, but again, you know the process, then pay them for results. Pay them a part of, once they get the sale, you get a certain percentage of that. So then they're going to make lots of calls. Maybe they're going to make 10 calls to get one person signed up, or 10 calls to get two people signed up into your program, into your process. And they're going to get a percentage of that. And that is their pay. Rather than saying, oh, I'm going to pay you X amount per hour and I want you to do X number of hours per week. So start to think outside the box. It doesn't have to be cut and dry. You can create it however you want. Remember, you are creative and you are an entrepreneur, and it's your business. So you run it how you want to. I hope this helps with the team building side of things. And I will see you on the next video. There'll be another one coming up on screen. So I'll see you over there. And this is going to help you to get to your next level of your very own peak performance in your life and in your business. If you want any more help, there's going to be description in the description box below where you can hop on to a call with me and find out more about getting my guidance with this. Take care. Bye for now.